Victory Monday. When's the last time we had a Victory Monday? All right, welcome in again, and yes, happy Victory Monday. Wow. Phins. It's been what, at least a month? It's been week one. Week one was the last time. We're now in October. So yes, it's been a long time coming, and I want to say happy Victory Monday. This is B Trill, and you're tuning in to Phins Football Podcast. And yes, I want to say thank you for keep tuning in, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep letting everyone know that I'm out there, that I'm bringing you the latest news, updates, recap, predictions. Anything that breaks, I mostly will come out with a short. Anything that is a recap, a prediction, I usually will come out with one of these episodes, as I put it. And actually, let me adjust just a little bit. So, I want to dive into it. It was a very sloppy and very ugly win. But guess what? A win's a win. And with that win, we won, 15-10 over the New England Patriots on Sunday. That now brings the Miami Dolphins to a 2-3 record. So we're close back to 500, which honestly, if you look at the AFC East, we're a game back from Buffalo, and that's it. Buffalo is leading at 3-2, and then I believe Jets are also 2-3 with us, and then of course we knocked the Patriots to 1-4. So yeah, we're tied with the Jets and a game back from the Bills. Honestly, we're dealing with a lot of injuries, especially key injuries, and with TUA being hurt, with our running back room just being knocked down left and right, key injuries on the defense. Honestly, I'll take 2-3. If you saw my early season predictions, I predicted we would be undefeated at this point, but if we didn't have the injuries, sure, we might have done it. But man, what a sloppy win. First thing I have to talk about, those snaps. Those bad snaps cost us the game almost multiple times. Luckily, it was still early on in the game. I believe those were both still in the first half, but oh my God, was that ugly. What was it? It was the first one, it was 3rd and 3. We were at the New England 25-yard line. That's it. The 25-yard line. 3rd and 3. We needed 3 yards, and we're already in field goal range. So we're looking at points. Aaron Brewer just snapped the ball over Snoop Huntley's head. The ball goes to the 47. We then had to punt. That killed the whole drive. And at that point, the score was 3-7. If we got 3 points, we're down by a point. If we got a touchdown, we're in the lead. That killed the drive. Yes, I know everything. We're still trying to get the cadence down. We're still getting those illegal formations. We're still snapping the ball with 2 players in motion or somebody not set. We're still working out the kinks. It's a very high-powered, high-motor, high-motion, high scheme offense to where there's so much going on. It's not, hey, this is a play, hike the ball when you're ready. This is, hey, motion this guy, send this person. It's a lot going on. With that, hopefully we'll work out the kinks. But then even on special teams, we're lining up for the field goal. It was 4th and 15. We're at New England's 33. And It was a bowling ball. What was Blake Ferguson doing? That thing was a three hopper before it even got to, I forget who our holder is. I think it's Jake Bailey. But it hopped right to him, and he barely tried to set it up in time. If Sanders kicked it off, it would have been blocked. It messed the whole timing up, and what did it do? It killed the drive again. It cost Miami points. That's huge. Mike McDaniel talked about it. He didn't like to stay on the negative. He said that, yes, he was very upset with those plays, but also special teams showed up big and made some big plays. Of course, we did have some big field goals by Sanders, and we end up winning in the end, so everything's okay, but man, did those almost cost us. Again, it was 3-7. It was back-to-back drives that happened in. If that was in the fourth quarter, our momentum would have been shot. Luckily, I think because it was before halftime, we were able to, regather at halftime and come back. Because technically it was a comeback win. We were losing for a majority of the game. It did take a while. I think it was late third, early fourth is when we finally took the lead. Speaking of lead, we finally had our first lead of the season. It was when it was 3-0 at the beginning of the game. But man, it took a while. We were playing from behind the whole season, losing the whole season. It gets redundant at that point. I'm glad that we were able to start off with a good drive. We actually drove the ball down the field. Snoop looked in rhythm, and we got 3 points out of it. We looked a little bit rusty in between, but we did what we had to do to win the game. One big shout out, OBJ. Where were you? You had 2 targets. One of them, it looked like he was open, but Snoop was rolling the other way because you had, Snoop was rolling left and OBJ was going right, and then he had to stop and come back to his left. So that's why it was incomplete, almost intercepted. It was close, but OBJ had to play a little defense on that one. But, man, that one interception by Christian Gonzalez, that was good. He can run with a cheetah, as he put it, and he ran with the cheetah. He kind of undercut the route, undercut cheetah. He slowed down. If he didn't slow down on that play, I think he would have kept running, and I think he could have got it. But Cheetah kind of gave up on the play, and that allowed Christian Gonzalez to get position and make that pick. So I wouldn't put it all on Tyreek Hill for slowing down. Obviously, Snoop Huntley did throw it a little bit behind, which was the reason for the interception. But yeah, very, very sloppy game. Almost shot us in the foot. Speaking of shooting in the foot, we got to talk about more injuries. So, on this week's contestant, we have Javon Holland is our newest star to be injured. He has a hand injury. He is going to miss time. It was funny if you guys checked out Mike McDaniel's press conference. He did say that Javon Holland is going to be out this week. Well, if you haven't paid attention to the schedule, it is the bye week. So it's funny he got no laughs in the actual press conference, but I was laughing. Yes, Javon Holland is going to miss this week along with the rest of the team because we are on the bye week. The real concern is he going to miss following time? I hear that there is an option where he might play with a cast. Considering he's not one of those ball-hawking safeties, he's more of a thumper, he's more of a pounder, he's more of a coverage safety. So I don't think that it will slow him down too much with a cast. I think he still has the IQ. His legs are still healthy, so why not throw him in there? If he does miss time, of course, we do have Marcus May and Elijah Campbell. He actually played really well on Sunday. So maybe him and Marcus May will suit up. we might even have Jordan Poyer come back, because Jordan Poyer, he is nursing that shin injury. Who knows, with one more week on the bye week, that maybe he can get healthy again. So maybe we'll have Poyer, Marcus May, Poyer and Elijah Campbell and Marcus May. Who knows what will be back there? Maybe if the injury is significant enough, I hope they don't, but maybe they might put him on IR so we can pick up somebody. There are still some safeties out there in free agency. But, I mean, we do have depth in house. We can also take Nick Needham and maybe raise him on or elevate him from the practice squad. So, lots going on. But, yeah, those are some of the injuries. The other big injury we saw in the first quarter, I think it was the first drive, Devine Achane. That did not look good. He went down hard on the turf, hit his head on the sidelines, and his head bounced up. So he is in concussion protocol. That seems to be the theme this year. We already had, of course, TUA, Teron Armstead, Kendall Fuller. They all have been in concussion protocol. Now it looks like Devon Achane, our very young superstar, promising second year back. But we saw with that injury that Jalen Wright, he actually did really good. We'll go through the stats in just a little bit, but Jalen Wright and Raheem Mostert, they carried the load. I think it was 40 or 41 runs. We ran the ball 41 times. We got the W. Mike McDaniel said that he just looked at what the personnel was, our team against their team. He even made the joke in the press conference that he loves looking down. Well, as he sees the play start to slow down and, tacklers get to the running backs, he looks down at his play sheet, getting ready to call the next play sheet, and then he looks up, and instead of it being 2nd and 9, it's 2nd and 6. And that right there is phenomenal, because he knows that the offensive line, they kept on pushing. They kept on churning. And if that's what we need to do to win, with Tua being out, without our high-powered passing offense, hey, let's grind it out. Let's win any way we can. Let's keep pounding the rock. Huntley is going to start. Not this Sunday, of course, because of the bye week. But Huntley does look like to be the starter up until when Tua returns. Of course, if Tua returns. That's the big update. New update is that Tua is going to be seeking some brain experts during the bye week, have some sit-down meetings with some neurologists, and figure out what's going on, seeing if he can get clearance. As of right now, he's showing no symptoms and looking ready to come back after, I think it's week 8 against the Cardinals, when he's set to return and come off of IR. So that's big news. So with the whole game and update and everything going on, I just think Miami needs to take what we have as a roster. With all these key injuries, it's the next man up mentality, and a lot of times that changes the game plan. Instead of Tua bombing it deep to Tyreek, it is pound the ball with Jalen Wright. I'm not mad at it. If it gets us a W, it gets us a W. But I do want to go into some stats. So let's take a look here. I thought I had it queued up. Stats right now. So for Miami, Snoop Huntley, he went 18 for 31, 194 yards passing, and 10.8 average, and that one crucial interception that Christian Gonzalez got. He was sacked 3 times, and that did end up with a passer rating of 63.1. So, yes, we did get the win. He was moving the ball a lot better. He did look more in sync. He was running around the pocket, evading tacklers, and buying more time. So, he looked great. I mean, he only had to run the ball 3 times for 7 yards. Longest run was 6 yards. So, he didn't have to do a lot of running back there, but I liked what we did. Obviously, that's not going to win against those high-powered offense and better defenses and better teams like Chiefs, Eagles, things like that. But We'll see what we can do. As far as rushing, Jalen Wright, 13 carries, 86 yards. That is an average of 6.6 yards per carry and a long of 17 yards. So Jalen Wright, man, he's looking good. That one long run where he busted the tackle, lowered his shoulder. Felt like I was going to sneeze. Lowered his shoulder and then did a spin move and kept on going. Like, he has the vision, the body, the speed to produce in this offense, and I think we're gonna carry him a lot more than most think. That's why I kind of got him stashed away on my fantasy football team. But let's not get into that. Second, we have Raheem Mostert. He had 19 rushes for 80 yards, 4.2 yards per carry, 18 yards was his longest run. So he also did very good. Look at that. If we're getting 80 from two backs, whether it's Achane, Mostert, Jalen Wright, Jeff Wilson, if we bring Chris Brooks back, it doesn't matter. If we're getting 80 yards off of two backs, we should win the game. Devon Achane, before he went down, he had 3 rushes for 18 yards, also 6 yards to carry with that 12-yard run. I think that was the run he got hurt on. I already mentioned Snoop. Alec Ingold, I believe he got the game ball. I know he's on the elevator. He was a blocking machine. He's the one that paved the road for Jalen Wright and Raheem Mostert. And guess what? He got 1 rush of his own, 3 yards, and of course that touchdown. Our only touchdown of the game, and he deserved it. He played his butt off, and he even said that he left it all on the field. Because he did. He knew he was ready for the bye week, and he was just churning those legs and giving much as best as he can. It looks like they called Jake Bailey a run, even though it was that fumbled snap. Jonnu Smith, he tried, I think it was an end around or a screen, -1 yards. Tyreek Hill, let's go receiving. Tyreek Hill, 9 targets, 6 catches, 69 yards, 11.5 average, 21 long. Jonnu Smith, though, 8 targets, 5 catches, 62 yards, 12.4. Better. I like Jonnu getting the ball. That's about where he's probably going to be majority of the season. Maybe he'll have a couple 100-yard games, but I'm not worried with 62 yards on 5 catches. That's where he should be. Jalen Waddle, 8 targets, only 4 catches, 46 yards, 11.5. We need more out of those two. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Right there, I'm showing 7 targets that weren't caught between the two of them. Raheem Mostert, 2 targets, 2 catches, 18 yards, 9 as the average. Durham Smythe, 1 target, no catches. OBJ, 2 targets, 0 catches. Devon Achane, 1 target, 1 catch, -1 yards. Not much offense. Besides running the ball, that was really all we had. Jason Sanders went 3 for 4 with a 54-yard long. On defense, real quick, we had, as far as sacks, we had Agba and Sealer got the 2 sacks. Is there any tackle for loss? We got 2 for Kahu. Kader Kohu did really good with tackle for loss. He had 2 of them. And then Elijah Campbell had 1 as well. So, defense, they helped us win that game. Without them, we would have lost. So, Miami, go into the bye week and try to be as healthy as possible. Hopefully, coming out of the bye week, we're going against the Colts, so we need to rest up, get healthy, and come up with a good game plan. If we keep this going, we'll be back to 500. So, that ends it on my recap of week 4. Week 5. I don't even know what week we're in. Week 5. But thanks for tuning in again. Keep liking, sharing, subscribing. And as always, everybody, Fins up family. And this is B Trill with Phins Football Podcast. Oh, and cheers. I got a Sprite. Big life change. I'm going sober. So I quit drinking after 18 plus years of heavy drinking. So, yay to me, and go Dolphins.